Joey, Sophia Soda with the Nerds of Color, and it is such a pleasure to speak with you today. Thank you for taking the time.
You too. Thank you.
And so this movie, I just want to nerd out for a second because the film really takes everything we know and expect from a princess being ladylike and delicate and just throws it out the window. And I loved every second of it. What was it like to take on that role? Because it was certainly amazing to watch.
Oh my God. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. But I have to say, like, this movie, this project, the training, everything seemed so much larger than life. And I was so scared to take this on. But I did know from the very beginning that I wanted to do as much of my own stuff as I could. And so I worked my butt off, and I really did most of what is in this movie. And I'm so grateful because everyone in my stunt team, both of my stunt doubles, they were crucial in me doing this. Like the girls who were my stunt doubles, they made me feel so empowered and lifted up. And they were like, no, you can do this. And they helped train me every single day, tirelessly. I was just surrounded by people who wanted me to succeed, which was so wonderful.
Yeah. And I want to talk to you about the training for a second. You know, obviously when you're doing it and when you're training and all of that, it's one thing. But then when you actually see the result of it, it's a whole different. What was it like seeing it come to life on screen and seeing what you did?
It made me feel so proud of myself because the training process was filled with so many times where I was like, you know, you take a video of yourself doing a fight sequence when you're training, and then you look at it and you're like, God, my shoulders look so bad. My form is terrible. I don't know what I'm doing here. And to see how far I came from those first training videos that I took of myself to what happened in the movie, I feel like, damn, I can't believe I did that. I just like, it's one of those things where I can't wait to be like, hey kids, that's your mom right there.
I love that. And I've been a fan of yours growing up, so it's awesome to see you in this role. But there's also, I feel like, such a bigger message. Is there anything you're hoping it gives with the film and, you know, throwing out the princess stereotype for the female viewers watching?
I think throwing out the princess stereotype was one of the greatest parts of this, but I think the more like deep message is male, female, non-binary, however you identify. This is a story about someone who is severely underestimated by those around her.
Yes.
And it makes her question her own self-worth. And she really pushes through. Her confidence takes over, and she just has so much resilience. And the way that she goes about it, I mean, she's so like determined, you know, she doesn't care what her father says. She doesn't care what anyone says. She doesn't want to freaking get married to this man and have him rule her kingdom. She knows that she can do it herself. And so it's just a tale of confidence, of an underdog really coming out on top. And I just love her for it. You know, she's so stubborn, and I love it.
Love it. And you also serve as an executive producer for the film. Can you talk to me about why that role was important to you for this project?
It was so important and amazing to me because when I first got this script from our producers, I loved it, but I knew that there was a way that I felt like it could be just even cooler and even more crazy. And so we worked on, you know, the script for a while, and then we worked on the character and how we wanted these fights to be built. And so having a say in how this character was built, because, you know, it's a very vulnerable position, I think, to take on an action movie when you've never done it before. You have no experience in fighting and you're learning everything from the ground up. Yeah. And so to have a say in those choices that really make the character what she is and kind of make this, you know, help make this movie what it is, definitely made me feel a lot safer and a lot more taken care of, because people really took me seriously on this movie, and I was so grateful for that. So being able to just fully let loose and know that I was surrounded by people who supported me and who really cared what I had to say was amazing.
Joey, huge congrats on the film. I can't wait for the rest of the world to see it and love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sophia. Thank you so much.
Such a pleasure. Bye.
The activists, directors, comments and the lectures, fanboys, professional artists and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me? The